what's good? What's poppin'? What's happening with you all? It's your boy Gold Phoenix in the flesh. Rise from the ashes and be blessed. Listen up. It's about to be one of them videos. You already know what I'm talking about. One of them. For starters, I'm in Salem, Virginia right now. I rushed here senselessly because I was told the appointment for this load was 2100 today. I got here early, as I always do. I walk in, they tell me, nah, bro, you ain't supposed to be here till 12 p.m. tomorrow. Well, the closest area that would make sense for me to go would be Raphine to find somewhere to park, but they got parking spaces over here, so I'm chilling off in the cut. And hopefully nobody kicked me out because I'm not trying to go all the way to freaking Raphine if I don't have to. But it did mess up my plans because I was double booked. I was supposed to go grab me a load going to Indiana. But since this happened, that whole plan fell through, so nothing you could really do about it. But all of that aside, this is what I wanted to talk about. I was having a conversation with my homeboy who trains students now. It's a relatively new thing he's doing. And his student is on that bogus nonsense, right? I've noticed that when it comes to, I want to say, rookies that are newer than me, or people who are aspiring to get into this industry, or people who, you know, are just, they're still in school. We'll just leave it at that. They're still in school, bro. Still in school. And the things that they talk about and the things that they're afraid of. I've noticed that a lot of them are the same. And so I wanted to talk about what I believe are some of the most common rookie mistakes that are made. Maybe this will help somebody. Maybe it'll give you something to think about. Maybe you just watch it because you like listening to me. I don't know why you're here. I appreciate you regardless. Anyway, number one. First mistake that rookies make has to do with backing. You watching the back of the trailer, ain't you? That's what you looking at? You trying to guide the back of the trailer in the spot? Now, don't get me wrong. You do have to be mindful of the back of the trailer because it can hit something if you're not paying attention. But peep game. See, I have an abstract mind, so the way I see things is a little bit different from others. What you have to keep in mind when you backing or even making turn, anything like that, you have to be aware of where the tandems are placed relative to the back of your truck. You see what I'm saying? The tandems are the main thing you're watching because where the tandems go is where the trailer gonna end up. You see? You see where I'm getting at? Now, the way I do things, in my mind, I can basically like draw out lines on the pavement or in the dirt or anything like that and see a path to how I need to get to the door or the parking spot or anything like that. And I just follow that line. This is just, you know, like I said, my mind is abstract. It works a little bit differently than other people, you know. But that's it for that. Number two. I'm doing this off the fly, so you know what I mean. Number two, I would say, is stopping too much, too long, and not managing your clock. See, my homeboy student, where I'ma just use him as a proxy. He like to stop the truck, go in the truck, stop parking the fuel aisle and all that. He'll be gone about 30 minutes, maybe an hour. Lord knows what he's doing. I'm just assuming he's looking at booty on TikTok, right? But he don't even switch himself off duty. He leave himself in driving, or he'll leave himself in on duty or whatever. In these trucks, you know, when you shut it off, it automatically switches to on duty. At least mine does. So we'll say on duty. So now that's chipping away at your 70. My guy, you under a load. Not only that, but you messing up your ability for your trainer and yourself, for you to, one, get more experience and for him to make more money. Well, I'm on your truck. You making all kinds of money off of me being here. And guess what? We was all in that position. In order for him to teach you, he had to go and make somebody else a bunch of money. Then go out by himself for a while, learn the ropes. This guy, he's been driving about as long as I have. He just decided to, you know, start training. So he didn't rush into it by any means. he had to pay his dues. Every single one of you who gets into this need to pay your dues. And listen to the person who's teaching you. Anytime you stop the truck, there is something you got to do on that Qualcomm or whatever ELD system I don't care. I don't know if you're using an iPad, Android type, regular Qualcomm situation. Anytime that truck stops, you got something to do on it. You have to protect your 70, protect your hours. Because with those hours, that is what you're utilizing in order to make money. You have to be as productive as possible within the allotted amount of time before it runs out. If you jack that up, you're going to be another one of these truckers out here who's jaded, who look at somebody like me who's just chilling, hating, because they made $500 a week. I made like 3 racks. Ain't gonna make no money if you don't give yourself the opportunity to do it. Protect your clock. Every time the truck stops, you got something to do. Every single time. But I'm gonna let that one sit to the side. This is the crux of this video, what I really wanted to get into. Number 3. Number 3. You're counting your money before you even get it. I don't know how many people I've met who just got into school, just got their permit, don't even have a license yet. They're not solo yet. And already they're just going down the list of crap they want to buy. Already going down. Let me show y'all something I just bought. This book bag right here, right? See the nice carbon fiber, nice metals and the leather. About 8 cows died for this joint, right? $1,400. I've been looking at it for 2 years now. I finally pulled the trigger and hooked myself up with it. I did not buy this immediately when I got into trucking, just because I was gonna make more money than I already was. I could have, but that would be irresponsible of me. You know why? Because in this industry, it ebbs and flows. It's ups and downs. You're not going to be guaranteed to make $2,500 every week. You're not guaranteed to make, some people make more. Some people make $5,000, $10,000 in a week. You're not guaranteed to get that. You never know what's going to happen with freight. You don't know what's going to happen with your truck. If you spend all of your money as soon as you get it, and then something bad happened, you screwed. Now you walking up with your hand out like, yo, can you spare a couple dollars? Oh my gosh, I have no savings. Whose fault is that? Winter's coming up. It's going to be harder to run. It's going to be a little more difficult to make money now. It's going to be more difficult. I'm kosher. I'm going to survive that. It's cool. How about you, though? Mr. I'm gonna go get me a grill. I'm gonna buy me the $8,000 chain and all this extra stuff with money you ain't even got yet. Another thing is, if you can't manage $400, what the heck make you think you're gonna manage $4,000? In what part of the world does that make any sense? It doesn't. It just doesn't. If you're somebody who has to take advances out to have cash on you, what makes you think you're gonna be able to work with thousands of dollars? I've never taken an advance out. I've never done it except for lumpers, but you gotta pay lumper fees, and that gets reimbursed to me. So I don't care. I'll take the advance. But other than that, I've never been down to the point where I had to advance money because I need a hotel room or anything. No, I have my own money. And I got credit cards. Let me get these newer cats, because I'm still new myself. But let me give you a little piece of advice.
Attention, a new important message has arrived.
If you don't shut up, bro. That first year, you need to save up as much money as you can. While you're in training, better yet, you need to save up as much money as you possibly can. That way, you're sitting on the bread. When you go and get your own truck and you got to go buy the refrigerators and maybe some clothes and all the equipment and all that stuff, you could pay for that up front. You got the money for it. You don't got to charge nothing to the company and end up owing them anything. That's what I did, and I still had money left over, still made all of it back, plus more in 2 weeks. It was only what, like $3,000 I had spent? I had like 10 I was sitting on at the time. Got all that back, and then still made more. But didn't go out spending it on frivolous things, buying all these stupid trinkets just to impress what? Chicks, because let's be real, that's what it really comes down to. See, I'm talking to the men, really. You know, women, y'all deal with each other. But the dudes, you going out, you wanting to buy the chains and the Gucci belts and the designer clothes and all that with money you don't even know for a fact you're going to get yet. You're really just doing it for female attention. And you want to know what's funny? They just look at you like a plaything. If your aura does not demand respect, you'll never get anything fulfilling out of it. That's just the truth. It is what it is. Don't count your bread before you have it in your hands. And here's another perspective. If you generate $80,000 in 1 year and at the end of the year you only have $100 to your name, you didn't make 80 grand, bro. You made 100. That's just something to think about. Now, with all that being said, I'm finna watch me some Squid Games. I hope this was able to not only help somebody, but give some of you guys something to think about, man. Because I'm displeased when I see somebody who's, especially my age, who comes into this, my area of dominance, and they obviously show such a lack of respect for it, or a lack of respect for themselves. You deserve better, so act like it. And with all that being said, be happy, stay blessed. Do not be afraid to make drastic changes in your life. It might end up being the best decision you ever made. Now watch these dreads shake. I'm Gold Phoenix, bro. And I'm out.